Join to the Almighty who makes our lives so beautiful, and my parents who allowed me to dream. I'm Nidhi Verma, and I'm humbled to be standing in front of such an august gathering of global international luminaries, visionaries, leaders, and trendsetters of our industry. Each one of you is special as we thank each partnership, speaker acceptance, and association media tie-up. It gives me immense joy to welcome you all to the 10th edition of Speciality Films and Flexible Packaging Summit at this brand new world-class venue, which we hope will enhance your summit experience. I, on behalf of ElitePlus team, extend a heartfelt welcome to one and all. Your support, your invaluable inputs, and your guidance remain to be the wind beneath our wings, as well as new ElitePlus Club members who will become valued partners in progress in the coming times. The core concept behind this summit is possibilities. The intent is to create significant value and winning propositions. Our ideology is rooted on relationships that last forever. And that, in fact, is a beacon for everything that will unfurl in the next 2 coming days. We endeavor to be the highest standards in the domain of conferences globally, and that philosophy guides all our actions. We aim to create the ultimate experience in terms of value, content, business opportunities, networking, and above all, creating lifelong memories in the 2 days that are going to follow. And the time and the resource that you all allocate to us. We'll want to take you through the memory lanes of the last 9 years. History by being part of the 10th edition of the Speciality Films and Flexible Packaging Summit with over 20 countries, 1920 participants from over 720 organizations. Yet, the highest number of delegates globally. We beat our own record in any packaging conference across the world. Your continued trust and affection that you shower on all of us is the main reason for fueling our efforts and dreams. When we started planning the condition of this edition, the world had become a different place. China looked to rebound post-COVID and become an engine of global growth again, and definitely for global petrochemicals. But China's economic growth miracle appears to have been the result of overinvestment and has stalled. Is the petrochemical industry ready and able to cope with the world that is not dependent on a slower rate of growth? Should we brace ourselves for any postponements of lower capacities at existing projects? At the same time, we are seeing pressures from sustainability concerns in parts of the world, typically the more developed parts, even as the developing world struggles with most devastating climate-related phenomena. Sustainable packaging is becoming a higher priority for both brands and consumers. Eco-friendly packaging is a priority, even as the crackdown on plastic pollution intensifies in our own homeland. Consumer is driving change and are asking for goods made from sustainable sources and recycling materials that the industry will react to. Brand owners, on their part, are announcing that they will sell goods using packaging that is recycled or even recycled. Banks are looking to step up green lending, so companies looking for investment will have to prove their sustainability credentials. Looking at our own industry overall, plastic processing, polymer flexible packaging, packaging machines, and converting industry, which all of us represent here, are revolutionizing. Many of the players in India are spreading their wings, market share, and putting continued efforts overseas also. Many of them are in other parts of the world, like Middle East and also Africa. But what is still missing, and I must say that, they are still not investing to set up the manufacturing facilities here on our own soil. Like big names like Mercedes, Volkswagen, Bosch, Siemens, Samsung, Apple, Microsoft, Honda, all have done. We still need to do that. What takes to encourage them, all of you, the leaders representing the industry, to invest more in new technology, innovations, and new facets of innovation, upgrading the existing or greenfield? Needless to mention, plastic is going to remain on the top. But based on merit there are quite a few options that are bubbling up on biodegradable and decomposable plastic, paper, foil. Customer looks at all options to choose the best solution without changing much of the supply chain technology, machinery, and most important, the skill set of the people they have. What does this mean for all of us present in this hall? To address these questions and spark your intellect and commercial instincts further, we will turn to our distinguished speakers lineup. The world's most prominent and celebrated thought leaders will be addressing all of you for us to benefit from their counsel, their learnings, and they will share the innovations and perspectives. The itinerary and the topics encapsulate the world of flexible packaging. On polymer laminate, transparent metallizing with coatings, barrier paper, MDO film or BOPE, or even PET laminates, environment-related EPR, MDO raw materials, and of course, the most important, our government perspective. Our steering committee leaders of our industry, Shri Amit Ray, Pradeep Banerjee, Unmesh Nayak, Arun Anand, Manish Mehta, Marsban Thanewala, Rakesh Shah, Sunil Jain, and Raju Venkat. They have contributed immensely in formulating the rich content of the very well-crafted, tightly packed 2-day schedule. They are responsible for crafting the content day by day, element by element, minute to minute in the present structure. We are all indebted to them. I take this opportunity to thank the industry colleagues who found value in our endeavor and who have attended the previous editions regularly. They are part of our prestigious ElitePlus Loyalty Club. Members who have attended the summit 10 times, 9 times, 8 times, 7 times, 6 times, and 5 times. Participation in such events is always a business decision, and we truly wish you, one and all, a well-meaning conference filled with many learnings. Just a point to touch on before I honor my inaugural panel. We meet today at a time which may perhaps come in all our lives in a century. The present period is historical in nature for India and the world. India has moved from 10th largest economy to the 5th largest economy and is ready to move in the top 3 in a very short period of time. We are ready to sprint. There is optimism in India all around. India has emerged as a beacon of growth and will remain the fastest growing majority economy in the world this year and the following years to come. The progressive policy environment, our dear leader, Prime Minister, together with favorable demographics and India's growing stature in the world stage, have led to interest in leveraging India as a global hub for manufacturing, services, and exports. This is India's moment. India's middle class would cross 1 billion by 2047, accounting to 61% of our population, up from 30% today. All of this combined with retail evolution has direct bearing on the consumer spending and demand for packaged goods. As consumption polymer grows higher GDP, the size of the flexible packaging industry will more than double in the next 1 decade. It means that whatever capacity of flexible packaging value chain built up in the last 50 years will be doubled in the next 10 years. Looking at the present global challenges, the successful business entities will embrace a paradigm of responsible, competitive environment sustainability. So welcome to the 2 day of deliberation to fine-tune your growth strategies. Be ready to line with India's strategy to catapult and create many more moments like the one we're going to play for you now.